Good day, everyone. Thank you very much for joining in to today's webinar on how to generate 5 times more leads using free tools with no consistent efforts. This is the second webinar in the series. The first webinar is done on how to grow your network in 3 easy steps. If you haven't got a chance to watch it, you can request for the recording and we'll be happy to provide it to you. In this webinar, we would be looking at the LinkedIn sources that can provide 5 times more leads to you by increasing your profile visibility and by using the tools, automation tools that can help you generate more and more leads on LinkedIn. So let's get started. All right, everyone. In this section, we will take a look at what are the sources that LinkedIn has to offer from where you could generate a lot more profile visibility, a lot more business inquiries, and you can possibly turn them into lead generation for your business. Now, let me tell you one thing. LinkedIn has multiple sources from where inquiries can be generated, profile visits can be generated, and inquiries can be generated. In this section, I would walk you through what are those different sources that LinkedIn has to offer from where you can generate inquiries, business inquiries for your business. Now, there are multiple sources. Let me first walk you through the first one, which is the Linden Search. This is right over here. Now, businesses, those who are looking for, those who have a need for some sort of tool or some sort of service, they look for vendors, for people to help them out in two different places. One is outside the LinkedIn, one is within the LinkedIn, within their network. So they have a network of 5,000 people, 10,000 people whom they are connected to, and they would like to know who are those people who can help them with that need. Something like if I am in the need of content marketing and I'm looking for a content writer, then I can look for one place is Google. The second place is the LinkedIn search, where I just go in and write content writers, and I would like to search for people who are doing it within my network. Now, this is very important for you to know that there are hundreds and thousands of people that search this space, and then there are top profiles that they select from within their network, like this one. So these are not even in my network, right? So you can see these are the people that they're not even connected to me, but their profiles are ranking on top, and there is a much bigger chance that I could click on one of these profiles and I can probably connect with them and ask them help with content writing. So there is one big source from which can give you a lot of business inquiries. Now people are searching for you out there, and for this they are using the keywords. Now that makes keywords very, very important. In the webinar, I will be discussing a lot more on it, how to find those keywords that your customers are using to search your kind of businesses. So this is one source, which is a very big source, and it can directly give you inquiries because people are looking for, they have that kind of need, and they're looking for people who can directly, straight away, help them with that kind of need. Okay, so you have to make sure that you rank high in the search criteria for all the right keywords, so that your profile can have much more visibility and you can have much more inquiries coming your way. That's one source. Now let's take a look at the second source. The second source is your own network. So you might be having 5,000, 10,000 connections, or 20,000, 30,000 connections that are connected to you. Right now, I have over around 13,000 people connected to me. Now, I would like to reach out to them and generate inquiries out of it. That is first source. Now, that is the first degree of connections, which can be a very good source to generate inquiries. But then you have an extended network also, which is the second degree network and the third degree network. To give you an example, here is my first degree network, and he has 5 more connections, which is my second degree connections. As you can see, it says second over here. Now, if I go to his profile, his network, over 500 connections are there. That becomes my third degree connections. Now, I would like to reach out to these people as well, the second degree connection and the third degree connection, and I would like to generate inquiries out of it. That becomes my third source. So first source is the LinkedIn search. Second source is the first degree connections that I have in my network. I would like to generate inquiries out of it. And the third source is the second and third degree connections the extended network, what I call it, from where I would like to generate more inquiries. Now, what is the way to reach out to them? There are multiple ways. There are content marketing where you can make posts which can reach out to these people. There are techniques how to reach to second degree and third degree connections. I will discuss it further in the webinar, but through content marketing, you can reach out to them. You can send direct messages using the free tools, using the paid tools. You can invite them to be part of your network. So all those things are there. We're going to discuss. We'll discuss it layer by layer, but this is your third source of lead generation within the LinkedIn. Now, the fourth source is the hashtags. Now, these hashtags are, you can call it the interest groups that people are part of. Now, hashtags are not widely used uh, by people to generate inquiries. The problem is hashtags are treated as not a very important thing. Randomly, people use hashtags in their posts, which they think are relevant to their content, but they never check how many people are following it. And they have a little idea that your post through hashtags can reach to a lot more people and can give you a wide visibility and can get you a lot more connection requests and business inquiries. So take a look at the sales hashtags that I oftenly use. You see about 5 million people are following this hashtags. So if I know the hashtags that can give me access to a wider audience, then I should be using it in my post, in my content marketing. So my post can reach to a lot more people and can give me a bigger visibility and can give me a lot more inquiries coming my way. So it's pretty straightforward. You can search for hashtags. I'm going to show you how you can search for those keywords and hashtags that you can use in your post, and you can have increased visibility. So that's the fourth source. Now let's talk about the fifth one, which is the groups. So if I search for sales here, um, it will show me groups right over here. Now group has a lot more people as members in it. Groups gives you direct access to these members. So if I could somehow make post and be part of this group and engage in any kind of discussions, so there are multiple ways in which I can contribute to this group and can have access or visibility to all these members, which can again can convert back into visibility, connections, and lead generation for you. So we're going to discuss about that also, how you can tap into this. The next one is the Sales Navigator. It is the paid tool from LinkedIn itself. So if you go in these work section over here, you will have find leads. Now that is, it's a paid tool that you can use. Again, what does it do? It gives you access to second degree and third degree connections. You can browse through their profiles. You can access their profiles. You can send connection requests to them, or you can send messages to them without connecting. InMail is that function that we use. So pretty good tool, but it's a paid tool. And then there is, so this makes one of the source to generate inquiries. The other one is within the LinkedIn itself is advertise. So you can run campaigns, you can run advertisements, different types of advertisements you can run. For that, you have to create an account, and to create an account, you should have a company page. So we will discuss that part also in the coming sections. You can create a company page. So like this is my company page. That to create an account, I need a company page. Once I connect the company page to the account, I can successfully create an account, and then I can simply go into that account and create an ad campaign. Now, multiple things you can, multiple different types of ads you can run over here. I will cover it in a separate section, but just to give you an idea, you can run website visits, you can do lead generation, you can do website conversions. Those kind of ads are there. Let's say you want to do website visits. Then you can decide single image ad you want to run, or video ads you want to run, you want to get followers for your company. All those different types of ads you can run, but I'm going to breeze over it. I'm not going to cover it in details. I'm going to have a separate webinar done for this if you are interested. But this is another source for generating new profile visibilities, connection requests, and again, lead generation directly. So you can do that. So these are the 5 and 6 sources within the LinkedIn. Now, outside the LinkedIn also, there are many sources that exist that can give you a lot more profile visibility and inquiries for your business. Let's take a look at those sources one by one. Now, the first one itself is the Google. Now, Google, you would be surprised to know that has started ranking LinkedIn profiles and company pages within the Google itself. So for example, I'll give you here, I'm searching for Amit Sharma sales. Now, I get my website here, I get other sources, but you see the LinkedIn profile also is ranking here. And if you go to these profiles, it will again show you all the profiles related to the search criteria that you have put. And it will start transferring all the traffic from Google for a particular keyword directly to your profile. Pretty good, pretty awesome source that you should tap into. For this, you would have to make some modifications to your profile. We have discussed this in the last webinar. I would also discuss this part in this webinar also, so stay tuned. Let's take a look at the other sources. The other sources that exist outside the LinkedIn that can give you a lot more inquiries, and one being Quora. So if you see, Quora is also started ranking a lot higher, always on first page of Google and transferring a lot of traffic to your website and to your LinkedIn profile. So let's say I'm performing a search for sales trainers in India. Yeah, so that's my website over there. But if I scroll down a little bit, you see Quora, all the questions that are related to this will be ranking here. Now imagine if you have an answer written over there, just like I did, and if you have your LinkedIn profile in that answer as part of the signature or as part of any other related content that you would like to share, you will have a lot more traffic that will be transferred by Google and Quora parallelly to your profile. And that will result in more profile visibility, that will result in more connections, and that will result in more lead generation for you if you could get your sales funnel right on your LinkedIn profile. That is the next section, sales funnel. So we'll discuss about it. Now that's another source outside the LinkedIn. Then similarly, the email campaigns that you're doing to your existing database or cold leads that you're doing, you can use that also to build trust through your LinkedIn profile and convert it into lead generation through the sales funnel. We'll discuss about it. That's another one. Your website is another source. So you can have people from your website coming back to your LinkedIn profile and giving you more inquiries, more visibility. For example, I'll show you. That's my website, and that is my page over there. Now, if you will see, I have added my LinkedIn profile here. So if anybody who would like to see my LinkedIn profile, they can directly visit. Now, this is interesting because people trust LinkedIn profiles more than anything else. Okay, they trust this LinkedIn profile more than anything else. Why? Because they can view what you're doing, they can view your recommendations, they can view how many people are connected to you. So all the trust building information is there, all that lead generation information is there, what you're doing, your credentials and your work. You can list over there all the videos, courses, or anything you want to list over there, product, services. So all that, they find it in one place. It becomes very easy for them, and they know LinkedIn, they know what kind of information, which place it is available in LinkedIn. So they're very familiar with it, so they're very comfortable with it. So that is why you want to make sure that you have website traffic also converting into LinkedIn, because people trust it a lot more than even your website. So that's another source. And then, of course, there are a couple of other sources. I will discuss it in the webinar. So please take a look at it and continue with the webinar. Enjoy it, and I'll see you over there. Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just give me a moment. Let me go back and start this discussion. So far, as I mentioned to you, what will be important is I would be discussing LinkedIn. Parallelly, I would be discussing the marketing concepts. So let's first get started with the marketing concept that is needed for you to convert any profile visits that happen on your LinkedIn, how to convert it into a business inquiry. Now, the thing is called that marketing concept is called as sales funnel.
So you have to somehow create a sales funnel on your LinkedIn profile to convert it into all the profile visits and connections into inquiry. And it can be done in multiple ways. I'm going to be talking about that in details. But let's first understand what a sales funnel means in itself. Just to give you an introduction for people, most of the people will know here, but for those who doesn't, I'll give you with an example.
So before I dive deep into how you can create sales funnel on your LinkedIn profile, I would like to just introduce what sales funnel is and how you can use it on your LinkedIn profile to get more profile visits, to get more business inquiries, to convert those profile visits into lead generations. So this is how a typical sales funnel looks like. It's nothing but a journey that your customer takes right from the first point when he gets to know about you, and then from then on, how when he buys your product and becomes your customers. So that the entire buying journey that he takes, right from learning about your product to buying your product, is called sales funnel. How typical marketing firms or any company creates a sales funnel, first of all, is they do awareness. That is the first stage when new customers who doesn't know you, who doesn't know your company, who doesn't know anything about you, how do they learn about you? That's called the awareness stage, where they create awareness. Awareness can be created by multiple ways. There can be ads, there can be content, videos, blogs, if they are searching for it, or if you reach out. There can be inbound awareness, there can be outbound awareness. Outbound awareness is when you start doing ads and you start reaching out to people, or you write blogs and you reach out to people. Then there can be inbound, like people searching for you on Google and find your website and they visit your website. So that is inbound awareness and outbound awareness. Yeah. Now the second part is, once they are aware about you, once they get to know you, that you exist, how do you convert, and once they get to know that what kind of work you're doing and what kind of uh, results you're bringing for customers, now it's time to convert that awareness into interest. How do you convert that awareness into interest? Now companies take different routes. Multiple channels are available. You can offer a product, you can offer some test products, you can do newsletters, you can do email marketing, you can do more information about your products or services. That's how you can create interest, or the case, the challenges that you're solving in the market. It can be PDFs, ebooks, any way you can share it and you can create interest in the customer. Once the interest is created, now it's time for you to convert that interest into consideration for your product or service. So you can do free trials, you can do more email campaigns, more content marketing, if it is a service that you are offering, to showcase what kind of services you are doing, how it is helping people, and what kind of results they are achieving. It can be done through demos, it can be done through consultation calls, it can be done through videos, it can be done through case studies. Any way you can do it. And then you further, how do you make that offer to the customers after they have a consideration for your product or service, and after they buy it, they becomes your client. So this is exactly the sales funnel. It's a journey that a customer takes from right from the first step, from knowing about you and to buying your product or services. So how do you set up this sales funnel on LinkedIn? Let me first show you how did we set it up, so it gives you an idea. We are running right now multiple sales funnel on our website, and one of the sales funnel is, first we made a post. So I made this post that you see over there to create awareness, so people get to know that we are into sales, we are doing these lead generation webinar. That's how we created awareness using one of the LinkedIn posts. And then to convert that, to get you into our system, so that we have your contact details and we can be connected, to further convert that awareness into interest, we connected with you and we offered you a free webinar. That's how we did it. And once we did the free webinar, once you are into our system or WhatsApp group, that's the second step we took, so that you can have be a part of our system. It becomes easy for us to share details and be connected with you. we did the step of asking you to join the group by offering some more value, like last webinar recording, as well as the next webinar invite and the current webinar login details. So a lot of value we created so that you are motivated to join the WhatsApp group. If you would have only said join the WhatsApp group to get the login details, you might not be so much motivated. So we added more value to it for you to be part of this WhatsApp group. Now, once you are in the WhatsApp group, it's time to create more interest by doing the webinar and sharing the recordings. That's what we did as a third step. And the fourth step is, if we would like to make an offer about our product or services, since now you know what we do and how good we are, what are the chances you're going to buy that services, or you're going to buy those products that we're going to propose? The chances are very high, because since you know us already, what we are doing, since you have seen it in action, since you know what kind of results we are driving and what kind of activities we are doing, you trust us, you know everything about us. Now there is a very good chance, if we make you an offer, you will accept it. Now, from this sales funnel, there are a couple of key takeaways. It was what we tried to do is, through content marketing, we tried to quickly convert someone from who doesn't know or heard about me to immediately into my system and taking a look at our services now and considering it. So this was a very fast journey, and it happened because of LinkedIn. First of all, as a tool, we rightly used it, and the value proposition we created, it was of very high value. That's the reason. And the path we took, also, it was very simple and straightforward. You see the post, you comment on it, and then we ask you to join the group, and there you get the to watch the webinar, attend the webinar, and watch the recording. And now, if you can would like to make a product offer to you or service offer to you, we can easily reach you through WhatsApp, and there are high chances you will take it. So this is exactly our sales funnel. That's one sales funnel. In the webinar, I will discuss the second sales funnel and show it to you also. How can you create a sales funnel? This is what I'm going to talk about now. Now, first of all, how can you create a sales funnel on your LinkedIn profile? The whole idea of the sales funnel, how to increase awareness, is to increase your profile visibility. Now, in the webinar, I will talk about multiple ways how you can increase your profile visibility. But the whole idea to create awareness is, first of all, increase your profile visibility so more people get to know about you. Once they are on your profile, then it is time to give some value proposition, free but high value proposition, either through courses or advisory forms or webinar or consultation sessions in exchange of customer contact. That is the second step that is needs to be done. Remember, the customer contact information should be with you so you can be in touch with him, and you can execute the third step where you can create interest about your services even more. All right, so that's very, very important. I'll discuss that in the webinar. Then the third step is, use that customer information and do content marketing or other activities, email campaigns or product trials or service trials that you can do to create that interest into a decision, right? So take it to the next level. And once that is done, then you can make him an offer, or make her an offer, and he or she will be very interested to buy it. So that's very, very important. This is how you can create a sales funnel. And it happens on your LinkedIn profile. And from LinkedIn profile, you can convert that interest into decision and actions. All right.
Different types of sales funnels that you can create on your LinkedIn profile, and I will show you with examples. But just to get an idea, that is the sales funnel, and that is the funnel that you need to create if you really like to convert your huge following that you have and all these different sources of inquiries that LinkedIn has to offer. Now, what is more important for a sales funnel to happen and for an effective and the result oriented sales funnel? First thing is the goal setting. Now, remember this, guys. The goal setting has to be precise. Now, when I talk to entrepreneurs, when I talk to sales professionals, and I ask them, what is your goal for LinkedIn? Well, they say, we want to generate leads. Well, lead generation in itself is a very generic term. It's not a goal. Lead generation becomes meaningful when you laser focus on it, and you kind of define it. For example, through this webinar, we wanted to reach our second degree and third degree connections, me and Gaurav. That was our goal. So we wanted to reach our second degree and third degree connection without investing any money, without paying anything, without running ads, with just the post. We wanted to reach out to our second level connection, third level connections, and get them into our system. That was our goal. Your goal can be to reach out second degree or third degree connection. That becomes one goal. Or it can be I have a lot of existing customers, I would like to reach their second and third degree connection. That becomes your goal. Or goal can be, I have a lot of big database lying there in my email, I would like to get connected them on LinkedIn and revive them. That becomes your goal. You following me? Or if you have a lot of customers, getting referrals from them can be your goal. So the goal has to be properly defined, then it becomes a goal, and then you can achieve it. But if you're going to journalize it like lead generation is my goal, you will have tough time achieving it. So that has to be defined properly. Now for this webinar sake, I will take the example of getting prospective leads from these different sources like second and third degree connections. I'll take that example to explain you the sales funnel. So that was an idea of sales funnel. Goal setting. Now the second part of it is target setting. What is your target audience? Now many people I have seen, they go about telling me that our target audience is all the companies in US. You cannot target all the companies in US. You have to go microscopic. Something like, to give you an example of target audience, like our target audience is sales professionals, frontline sales professionals, and entrepreneurs. Clearly defined, and we are only targeting that. All the keywords that you're going to see on our profile or in our post, first thing it will mention is sales professionals and entrepreneurs. And all the language that we are using in our content, in our profile, it is highly tuned for these two people, these two kind of people. So you have to define, are you targeting HRs, are you targeting CEOs, are you targeting mid-level managers, are you targeting front level managers, or frontline people? You have to define that very well. Then only you can have the most effective sales funnel. So goal setting is done, target setting is done. Let's talk about the third, the content part of it. Third part of an effective sales funnel is content. Now I would like to take you to my profile and open up one of the posts. See, we are clocking 10,000 views for this post in just one day, probably 24 hours. That's humongous. And we just have hardly 10, 12 or 13,000 connections. But you see, and we got like 100 connections we have got from this post, and about 125 people have joined our WhatsApp group. They are into our system right now, just with one post. Okay. So here it is. I'm sorry, I clicked on a wrong place. So I'm just going to go back and show you, talk about content. Third part of an effective sales funnel is the content. See, the content, what is important about it is when I come across many LinkedIn profiles, they are sharing about anything and everything that they think should be shared on LinkedIn, and then hope that people will see it, people will engage with it, like it, comment on it, and eventually they will get visibility and it will get converted into inquiry. It doesn't happen. See, there are two types of contents that you can share. One is the informational content or educational content that actually gives do brand awareness, right? Now that is the content that is not for us. What you should be sharing is a lead generation content. Then what is important about that lead generation content? Two things. One is it should talk about the top level sales, or the top level challenges your target audience is facing. Yeah. And the second part is the results your content can drive, or the results that you can promise. Now that becomes an effective lead generation content. You can tell it as a story, you can tell it as a video, you can tell it the way you like, but it has to come out. So the problem that you're solving, the result you're driving. So take a look at this LinkedIn post that I made, which has got me so much traction. First, I talk about the challenges that people are facing, that you're not getting inquiries out of LinkedIn. It is targeted to sales professionals and entrepreneurs, very clear, and then it is clearly explained the challenge that I'm solving, and then the results I have got. Now I am telling it as my story. It is even more effective, personalized, human. You can do that as well. But the whole idea is you should be sharing a lead generation content. If you're not sharing a lead generation content, no matter what kind of content you share, you may have some likes and comments and people appreciate you for that also, but you will never have business inquiries. Okay, we're going to discuss about this sections in details, but this was just to give you an idea that content also makes an important part of a sales funnel. The language that you would be using, the things that you would be talking. So mainly you would be talking about what I call it is pain and gain. The pain that you solve and the gain that you bring to people. That becomes an important part of the marketing and LinkedIn marketing or any kind of marketing. Let's talk about. All right. So moving on, let's talk about how to implement this funnel in your LinkedIn. Now, this is what you have been waiting for, guys, and this is what I would like to show you now. How do you implement LinkedIn funnel on your LinkedIn profile so that people can visit and people can get converted into inquiries? Now, first you have to, when you're implementing a sales funnel, first thing first you have to decide is how would you like people to come into your system. When I say this, do you want them to give their email address to you? Do you want them to give their phone number to you? Do you want them to give their address to you? Do you want them to give their WhatsApp number to you? Or what exactly do you want from them? This has to be decided. Like in our sales funnel for this webinar, it was clear for me and Gaurav when we discussed about it. We were very clear that we want people in our system in the WhatsApp group because the content reach is high. It reaches almost everyone. Then read rate is high. Then open rate and response rate is very high. Sharing also can happen a lot faster. So when we decided on that, we were very clear that this is what we want. We want people to join our WhatsApp group. So like that, in sales funnel, when you're implementing it on a LinkedIn profile, it has to have a clear idea that what kind of action, what kind of information you want from those customers. Okay. So email or LinkedIn, or you want them to like your LinkedIn profile or follow you or go to your website and fill a form. It can be anything. You have to decide it. Okay. Now the second part of it is the value proposition. Now you are asking someone, some unknown person who doesn't know you, you want to get in front of him and then you want him to take some action, give you his email address or give you his phone number. Why would you do that? There has to be some offer in exchange. Now this is what we call it as a value proposition. For example, in our webinar funnel, the value proposition is this webinar. So we wanted to say to customers that if you would like to learn these strategies, you have to take these steps and you have to join our WhatsApp group eventually. So that is the value that we are projecting. I have another funnel here that I've created on my profile, which I would like to show you. This is the one, or this is the one. It's the same in two places. So you see, I have created a course, how to grow the sales or how to double or triple your sales. It is again for sales professionals and entrepreneurs. I have put it there and I have put it free. So what I want is people to do is when they come to my profile, they see this offer, this is there right on the top. Then I want them to go onto this website. And once they are on this website and when they watch this free course, I would like to collect their email addresses or I would like to take them some other action like buy my event or know more about my event or do something else. This is the value that I'm offering for taking these actions, and then only people take actions. You cannot just like that put a post on it and say that I'm offering these kind of products, would you like to buy, or you send an email or you start sending messages to your first degree connections and say we are doing this, we are doing that, this is our company, this is our product, would you be interested? Nobody will be interested. This is not how people see LinkedIn. You would be getting a lot of uh, sales request yourself, and how many you have responded it to, how many you have did that? No, I doubt it. I get hundreds of them. I don't respond to that either. But that is the whole point. So there has to be a value proposition in place. All right. Now the next one is implementing. Where do you want to put that value? So there are multiple places which people ignore also, many of them. First one is the banner. Right now, I'm using my banner for trust building or establishing my authority that I'm a successful person in this area, so you can actually trust me. So the banner has to be there for those who are not using it, and for those who are using it but with some plain images and some random text. No, it is like a real estate and thousands of people are going to see it. So what you would like them to do is take an action. Either you build trust or you put that offer value proposition here and ask people to take that action in exchange of that value that you're offering. That is the first place. Second place is about section. This is the second section that immediately visible to people and people would like to read it. So put it here, just like I have put it here. The third part, now this is very important. Feature section is actually, many of them are not using it. Others who are using it, they're not using it in the right way. The thing is, the first post that people, 99% of the people will see the first post. What you want to do is you want to kickstart your sales funnel from here and offer your value proposition and ask people to take that action of coming into your system, either by giving email or either by going to your website or either by something. That's what I'm doing. And then second and third can be your work that you have done or achievements, awards. Can it be side by side? It will establish the trust. But the first post has to kickstart your sales funnel. That's very, very important. Okay. So these are the three places where you would like that to happen, because these are the ones, three places that most of the time people see. They don't very, infrequently they go down. But if they go down, if you have multiple places like, here the company, it's visible here. So you can instead of putting your actual company and education there, you can put your website there. So that will also be visible with a nice attractive text that can also kickstart your funnel, because it is also visible here. All right. So that is about the funnel and how to implement it in LinkedIn. Now your profile is ready. So if people are coming to your profile, the the funnel will kickstart and people will start taking those actions. If people don't take those actions, at least they will connect with you with all this kind of uh, funnel you have created and authority you have created. Either of these will happen. Either the funnel will kickstart or they will like to connect with you. And that's how I have been growing my profile and getting inquiries. To give you an example, now let's talk about that was about implementing funnel. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the second part of it, how to increase the visibility. Now this is where I would be talking about tools. I would be talking about a couple of actions that you need to take one time, but then it would be good. It would give you great results. Let's get started with that. Now first thing first is, how do you get found in the search that people do? How can you get that traffic coming to your profile, so that hell lot of profile visits happen, and then funnel kick starts, and then you start getting those inquiries or at least connection requests. So as you can see, my profile right on top, it is still going on. People are still connecting right in front of you. It's all happening on its own. That's what's going to happen. All right, let's talk about how do you get found in searches here. Now, as you can see, for you to be found on the top of the search so that people can find you and people can connect with you, content, oh, sorry, I typed it wrong. Keywords are the most important. If you use the right keywords in your profile and other places that I'm going to talk about, then you can get found in all these places and people can start getting connected with you. So what are those keywords and how do you find it? Well, there are a couple of tools to help you. First thing first, the tool is the Ubersuggest. I love this tool. That's from Neil Patel. Pretty good, excellent guy, and one of the top marketers. So what you can do is you can enter your competitors' website here. For example, let's say my website. If I enter the website here, it will tell me what are the keywords that this website is ranking for or they are using. And those top keywords, you can, this is a clear sign. People, whatever keywords they're going to use on LinkedIn, same keywords they use it in Google, the same keywords they're going to use it everywhere. It's human psychology. It doesn't mean that if they are on LinkedIn, the nature of the keywords will change, or the query they will type, it's going to change. No, it's going to remain the same. So what you could do is you could just go and see the keywords that I am using, or here it is, the keywords. You can find it here and it will tell you that these are the top keywords and you can try those keywords. Now, anybody who is into sales, I would request you not to use these keywords because I am ranking for those keywords. But just to give you an idea, here are all the keywords that I rank for, I use, and these are the well-researched keywords. So you can just take a help of your competition by using these tools. One is Ubersuggest for you, and the other one is which I would like to go here, Alexa. So Alexa site info, and if you, after site info, if you type your competitor name, I have so many windows opened on my computer, so it's hard to see the uh, the browser here. But just to give you an idea, Alexa slash site info is another great tool that you can use, and it will tell you what are the keywords all the competitors that you have are using. Okay, and same keywords you can use it in your profile here. So just for example, one of the top keywords that I have is sales trainer, sales consultant, right? These are the, or author, these are the keywords that people are searching for. How do I find it? I find it using Alexa and Ubersuggest, and I keep checking it back in this search criteria where it tells me what kind of people are visiting me, and I keep checking it back with it to make sure that I'm using the right keywords. Okay, where do I use these keywords? I use these keywords in my title. I use these keywords in providing services. I use these keywords in my about section. And one other important place where people ignore it most of the time is these designations. You see, if you would notice that I've created actually two designations for the same profile in Disha Consultants. One, it says I'm the CEO. Other, it says I'm a sales specialist, I'm a corporate sales trainer, I'm a sales consultant, because these are the keywords that LinkedIn will store and will pop up when such a query is performed. So that's very, very important. So if you have to do it for two profiles for the same company, do it, but these keywords has to be there. Okay, that's very, very important. All right, moving on, guys. This is how you identify keywords. Now, what I would suggest, don't go beyond 5 keywords. Take 5 keywords and that's it. And first work on that. Once you become successful in that, then add other keywords to it. Okay, but these are the 5 keywords that you need to stick with. All right. Now, the keyword has to come in headline also. That's I have mentioned. You can always use it in banner also, but it's up to you. Okay. Now let's talk about, this will help you get more visibility, profile visibility when people search for you. So one section is covered, the search part. Okay. Now let's move on to the second source, which is, I want to get more profile views. I want to reach to my second degree and third degree connections, and I would like them to visit my profile so that the funnel can kickstart. There is a beautiful tool for that I would like to introduce to you.
LinkedIn Helper, the tool that I have mentioned in my webinar on generating automatic profile visits to your profile, LinkedIn profile, or even automatically sending connection requests to your first, second degree connections, to your third degree connections. You can do a lot more with this tool. And, there is auto profiling, auto visiting, auto connection sending, and then you can automatically send or receive endorsements, You can add signatures, you can do follow, unfollow, you can revoke connection requests that you have already sent which are not accepted. So there are so many things you can do with this tool, and I'm going to explain you one by one, step by step. But first, what you need to do is you need to click on the download and download it. As soon as you click on download button, you will come up here on this section and you can click to download. Now, first you need to understand the instructions. The instructions to install are provided here for Mac, for Windows, as well as for Chromebook. So you just need to do the step 1 and step 2. You can watch this video over here. So I have downloaded it for Mac and I'm all set. And I have been using this tool for like last 6 months and it has been delivering great results for me. So I recommend that for everyone. So once the install has completed and after you have followed the instructions, I would like to take you to my profile. This is my profile over here. And the LinkedIn helper will pop up in the bottom right corner. Right over there, you see that LinkedIn drag me helper. So it's the LinkedIn helper tool. So if you would like to use it, you just need to click on it. And this is how it opens, right? Now, this is the part, the 3 little lines that you see over there. Once you click on it, it will show you all the functions that it can perform. So as you can see, profile auto visitors is the first function it can perform. So it can reach out to second degree and third degree connection of yours, and it can automatically visit their profile, right? Not only it can visit the profiles, it can follow those profiles. If you would like any specific profiles to be followed, for example, let us say you have an email database and you would like those customers to, you have added those customers, you would like to follow them on LinkedIn. You can do that. You can start following them on LinkedIn automatically. This will help you with that. Now, the third function is the collect, select, invite second and third connections. Now, what does that mean is basically you can automatically start sending connection requests to second and third degree connections of yours. Automatically it does that. I'm going to show you that function as well. Now, it can also send messages to your first connections. So if you would like your first connections, you want to reach out to them, you want to send messages related to, let's say, your product introduction, the funnel that we talked about, you want to kickstart the funnel, you want to offer some free offers, discounts, or some course or introductory products that you would like to showcase. For that, you would like to reach to your first degree connections, you can use this particular option. Okay, you can also message the recently added connections. So it is always a good gesture. So if you are adding new connections, don't leave it blank over there. You just send out a message and this tool can automatically do it for you. And through that message, you can introduce a product, you can make an offer, and you can kickstart your funnel, and you can start generating those inquiries out of it. You can InMail to second and third degree contacts. Now, InMail is a paid function, so you would have to have a premium account for it. But through that, you can message it directly from here. InMail, what does it mean is you can, without connecting to your second degree and third degree connections, directly send an email through LinkedIn. That's what InMail means. Yeah. So messages, you can only send it to your first degree connections. InMail is the message that you can send to the second degree and third degree connections without actually connecting with them. You can endorse your contacts. Profile extractor is another function of it where it can extract all the profiles from LinkedIn as a CSV file with all the contact details also. You can extract company details in CSV. That's another function. My signature is basically you can create a signature and embed it into this tool. And anytime you're sending any message to first degree, second degree, or third degree connections, the signature will be added to it automatically. Yeah. You can do group inviters. So you can join actually groups and you can invite people over there. That's another function. It has pretty good function. Connection removers. So if you have sent it connection request to 100, 200, 300, 500, or 1000 people, and they have not accepted it in the last 6 months, then you would like to revoke those access, right? So it increases your chances to send more connection requests. And also you should not be punished by LinkedIn for this. So LinkedIn punishes all the profiles where the connection request has been sent above 1,000 and they have been lying there without being accepted for the last 3 months. So LinkedIn algorithm punishes those profiles, and it reduces your profile visibility, it reduces your post reach, and all those punishments are slapped on your profile. Yeah. So my invite canceller is that function. So there are a couple of others. You can manage your account, you can manage your license if you have bought the premium version. So these are some pretty good functions over there that you can use. I'm going to go to the most important functions that salespeople and entrepreneurs use for lead generation that we are discussing in this webinar. So one is the profile visit. So how do you use profile visits? Let me show it to you. So first you have to click on profile visits. Now the function is very easy. First, what you have to do is you have to give this tool the profiles that you would like to visit. That is the step one. So what you need to do is you need to go in your search bar over here and click on people and tell the tool that I would like to follow these particular profiles. Now you have to put filters and give that profiles to the tool. It's a very easy 30 seconds task that you would have to do. So for example, I would like to visit my second degree connections. I would like to target India, Indian subcontinent. If you want to add some companies, you can add it here. I can say I'm right now targeting IT companies. Yeah. You can say a designation also, right? You can see services. What kind of services do they offer? Let's say I select marketing. Just for an example sake, I don't want to spend much time on it. And I say, okay, I would like to extract these profiles. So as soon as you hit the search button, LinkedIn will pull out those profiles to you. Now, right now the profiles are listed here. There are about 500 odd profiles that I have pulled out. Now, what I need to do is first I need to tell the tool, okay, the profiles are ready. Can you just import these profiles into the tool? That's just an easy way to explain. So it will start collecting those profiles for auto visits. So here it is. I'll show you an example. As soon as I said, the tool has started reading all the profiles and it has started already collecting. You can see the number getting changed over here. So right now 20 profiles have been read. So right now it's just importing those profiles, building that intelligence to visit those profiles. Right now it's not actually visiting it. Okay. Now this is just for the example's sake. So I would like to stop here. All right. You can now view the collected profiles, and if you would like to exclude any, you can exclude it here. This is the option for that. Now, once you are satisfied that all the profiles that has been imported by the tool and you're ready to visit all of them automatically, you just need to go to the visit tab here. And once you click on visit, you have the option to start profiles auto visits. Now, before you hit on that, you need to make some more changes to the settings. First of all, how many visits you would like to make per day. Now, if you have a free account, not a premium account, I would suggest stick to not more than 50. Stick not more than 50. Otherwise, LinkedIn algorithm would not like it, and it may put some restrictions on your profile. So that is safe limit. 50 is a very safe limit for free profiles, and for premium profiles 100 is the safe limit. So please don't go beyond 100. That's in a day. Now I'm talking about per day. 50 per day for free profiles, and for premium profiles it's 100 per day is good enough. Now the second option is the hours between the periods. So like if you have said to the tool that I would like to visit 50 profiles today, so once the 50 profiles are done, what is the time gap you would like to give there? 12 hours, 24 hours. 24 hours is the safe limit, so please stick to that. Now here is how many times each profile should be visited. So you can tell only visit it one time or two times or three times. The best one is three times. So what happens is if you visit a profile first time and they may not come back to your profile and it will not kickstart your funnel. So what the tool will do, it will do a visit the second time and then the third time also. So it increases the chances of people coming back to your profile. All right. Now there is timeout settings also. Timeout settings are of two types. One is the fast timeout. One is the safe timeout. Fast timeout is basically it's the time between the gap between each profile visit. So if I have told my tool that 50 visit has to be done today, it will start visiting those profiles. It will visit the first profile. Then what is the time gap that you would like to give in the between the first profile visit and the second profile visit? Is it 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, or 50 seconds, or more than that? You can decide on it. Now, what is best is reset to the same save timeouts. Now, these are the best settings. Reset to the same save timeout. Reset to the fast timeouts. It's very fast, but it's like it can give a hint to the LinkedIn algorithm that automation is happening. But save timeout is the human behavior. The tool showcase the human behavior, so it will take random times and go and make those profile visits, and time between the two profile visits will be automatically selected, and it can vary between 30 seconds to like 600 settings. The process will be slow, so 50 profile if you have set to visit in a day, it might take with fast timeouts, it might take only 1 hour to visit those, or 2 hours to visit those 50 profiles. But with the safe timeouts, it might take 4, 5, 6 hours also. But it's worth it. This is the safe limits. It is recommended. And once you have done it, just click on save. Okay. And then you can do start profile auto visiting, and it will automatically start visiting those profiles. So as you can see there, it has started visiting automatically. I'm not doing anything. It's just doing it on its own. Yeah. There it is. It's doing some functions, clicking on multiple places. Because I have stick to the safe timeouts, so it's going to reflect the human behavior, uh, and it will take some time to perform these tasks. So that was for the example sake. I would like to stop here and stop those profile visits. Now I'm going to click on these 3 lines again and show you the second function, which is the most important one again, to send first, second, and third level of connection request. Now the process again follows the same. First, you have to give profiles where you would like to send connection request, what kind of profiles or people you would like to send it to. So you can choose it here. I want to go with the second one. What is the location? India. You can just select all these filters here. Yeah. And you can again go and choose what kind of connections you would like to target. And once it is done, just say apply. Right now, I didn't choose any, so it isn't showing anything. Let me do some additions. Just give me a moment. I will make these changes to the profile. Just to give you an example, the profile is English. All right, so I have got the profiles here through the all filters, and these are the profiles that I would like to target. So I will tell the tool, okay, start collecting these profiles and their contact details, and then tool will start importing it in itself. Yeah, that's pretty much what we have seen before. And once you have done that, you can view collected profiles, and you can exclude any profiles you would like to do that. Mostly it doesn't happen, but in case you would like to do it, you can do it. Now, the second part is, what is the message you would like to send? When you're sending a connection request, you can send it without a message, or you can send it with a message. It is always recommended to include a message. It's a very nice gesture, and let people know why do you want to connect with them. And when you're sending these messages, you can include the message here. You can hi first name will automatically come, and you can just mention the message here. It is always recommended to give a strong reason for people to accept your connection request. And the best way to do is first give a sentence that how do you know the person. So what I do is I type this message: hi, we know each other from the sales automation group. This is called the law of familiarity, where you're mentioning the person, we already know each other. It builds trust, right? And then you can say, I would like the reason for connecting with the person. I would like to connect with you to receive and share sales insight. Now, don't try to sell here anything. Just say, why do you want to connect? If you would like, you can include a message here in your signature, like what you do, what kind of problems do you solve, so that people are more curious and interested to connect with you and maybe visit your profile. Okay. Once the message is done, that okay, the message is done, then you can go and select the settings again, how much time you want to give, how many profiles you want to visit, all that you can select here. So here it is. I can give invite per period. I mean, 50 invites you want to send or 100 invites you want to send per day, that you can select here. It is advised, if you have a free profile account, then should not go beyond 50. That is the safe limit. I would suggest rather keep it to 30. 50 is again the safe limit. If you have a premium account, then again it's 100 is the safe limit. Please stick to that. Timeout settings are very important. Again, you have fast timeouts. That is the time between the two profile visits or two connection requests that it's going to send. It can vary between 2 to 3 seconds, which is going to be much faster. Now that could trigger an alert for LinkedIn algorithm. You would not like to do that. So stick to the safe set timeout settings. It's going to be a little slower. So to send 30 to 40 or 50 connection requests, it might take up to 5 or 6 hours in a day. But again, it's safe. It's going to replicate the human behavior, and it's pretty safe to do that. Okay, so and then once you're ready, you can just go ahead and start profile invites, and tool will automatically start sending those connection requests on behalf of you, and people will start accepting it. They'll start visiting your profile. Your network will grow, and once they visit your profile, your funnel is already there in the place. It will kickstart the inquiries. All right. Moving on, now there are other functions also that you can do, message to first connections, message to recently added connections, but I would not go into that because they pretty much follow the same standard. All right.
So that is how you increase, you tap into the second source that within the LinkedIn that is available, which is the profile views. Okay, now let's go about the next one, how further you can increase your profile views. The next one sources which I talked about already, Google and a couple of other channels. Now to tap into Google, or you know, to get registered into Google so your profile can start ranking, keywords again plays a important role. So you have already gathered 5 keywords using an Ubersuggest or Alexa tool. You have those top 5 keywords. Now first thing you need to do is make those changes in your public profile. Yeah, so right now people, I don't know how many people pay attention to it, but if you see, I have used a keyword in my profile as well. So if you go and search for it, chances are my profile will also rank in Google. And if someone is searching for sales trainers in Google and my profile ranks there, I get a traffic coming to my profile, and then my funnel will kickstart, and I will have inquiries and connections. That's one way of doing it. Okay, I can probably show you. Last time also I showed it for Gaurav's profile. I remember. Here it is. So you see, if someone is searching for Amit Sharma sales, my LinkedIn profile is ranking up here. In fact, not mine is second. So you have other LinkedIn profile also ranking here. You see how much traffic they would be getting just if people are searching for me. Unless I have those videos, in fact, I'll be losing those traffics. So I have made those changes, and my profile will soon, in the next coming 1.5, 2 months, it will also start ranking. But this is how it works. So you need to first use those keywords in your profile URL. Here is the edit URL option. You can use it and you can make changes and have one of the top keyword in your profile. Now the second places where you can have these 5 keywords, second part of it is the company pages. Now many people, I don't know why they don't create, they don't know it, or maybe the sales professionals, they think that this is related to my company and they have to do it. You know, yeah, in one way, but you can also tap into its potential. You can use that keyword and all details about your company. You can create a profile. Okay, a company profile. Similar way, you have to set the funnel, guys. Here also, like in this, I am setting my funnel with the banner. uh, Here, this is the keyword I'm targeting: sales training program. So I want my this profile also to rank into Google. Now once I did that, check out the results here. Yeah, I just started making these changes in the last 1 month or so. I have already 117 followers, but more important that you see how things are happening here. I don't have that much follower, but unique visitors. Check it out. Either they will follow me, but most important, more than follow, what they are doing is they are taking these actions. And the offer that I have, this is where the kick funnel starts. I have this free course available to them. I would like them to visit this link that I mentioned here. And then kickfunnel starts. They go on to my website, and from there they give me the details and they take actions that I would like them to take. So you see, company pages, showcase pages. So 5 keywords, you can target it with 1 company page and 5 or 4 showcase pages. Create those showcase pages and target that keyword. Again, in admin tool, you can even edit the public URL, insert that keyword in there. That's very, very important. Okay, and use it in the headlines here, and you know, other places also, like when you're using post. Okay, so this is how you do it, and not necessarily company pages for company. You can use it for keyword. Just put everything related to your company here, and that's it. Okay, so this is how you can target, you can get more profile views within the LinkedIn and outside the LinkedIn, if you know, reverse engineer it properly using the keywords. All right, guys. Now let's go about a couple of other things. How further you can increase your profiles. Yeah, profile views. Now, a couple of other thing is, one important thing is, guys, Quora. Now, everybody knows Quora here, but what people are doing is they are not tapping into its potential completely. So in Quora, a lot of people are asking questions. I would like to show you rather. So here it is. Someone asked sales trainers in India. Here it is on the first page of Google. All right. So you have, what is the best sales training organization in India? Now you'll see I have used my keywords. I have gone to each of those Quora accounts and I have made a post myself. Now what I did is, when I'm putting that post, not only I'll be getting views to that post, in the signature, I have used my LinkedIn profile. So what happens is, when they read that post and then they realize that he's the guy, Amit Sharma is also running a sales consulting and training organization, then they see my profile. Now when they see the LinkedIn profile, majority of the people will click on it because of the human perception. We would like to see that profile, we would like to see that picture, and it's very trustworthy, and it gives an idea whether the guy is successful or not, whether the company is successful or not. You get all the ideas from the LinkedIn, so everybody actually clicks on that. So once you click on link, come on my profile, you see my authority, and then my funnel kick starts, and that's how I convert more inquiries. Now other places which I would like to tell you is, I'm sorry, people are still sending me messages, and they're still joining in. All right, guys. So the other part of it is the Google My Business. Now, it is especially for entrepreneurs as well as for sales professionals also. There is something called as Google My Business. You can actually search for it. I have it opened here. Now, what happens is you can list your company in here locally, right? So what you have to do is you have to type Google My Business, go in there. It will ask you where is your company address, what is your company name, and where you are located, and all that stuff. And then what happens is you will start showing up in Google like this, right? If anybody is searching for corporate sales training in Chennai, this is the section. See how I'm dominating this section, right? Now, what is more important is once you have a Google My Business account, you can make posts in it, and Google will promote those posts. And those posts which you make on LinkedIn, you can put the same post here and connect it back to your LinkedIn. Then you will have a hell lot of traffic being, it will be driving to your website or to your LinkedIn profile. I'll just give you an example here. So I just search for Google My Business. I don't know how many are using it, but just to give you an idea, this is the tool from Google to list your company. You can list your own company if you're an entrepreneur. If you're a sales professional, you can ask your marketing people to list your company if it is not. And anytime you make a, I'm sorry, I'm logged into my different account. Just give me a moment here. Uh, this profile, I have connected it to my other account. So it has to be connected with the Gmail account. So that's very important. So this is my Gmail account with which I connect all my profiles, whether it is Google or any other profile. Now, hopefully I'll remember the password. Most of the time I tend to forget it. All right. So I'm logged in here in the right place. Just give me a moment. Now I'm going to go back and show you how Google My Business looks like. I'm not gonna take more time here. You guys can figure it out on your own, lot of things, but I'm just want to, it's very simple also. Want to introduce you. So it will ask you to sign in. You can sign in with your Google ID. Oh geez, it's still taking me back to my old account. Just give me a moment, guys. Sorry about that. I'm gonna sign in. This is the problem with having multiple accounts on Google. So, all right, I'm here. So here you can see you can put in your information here, and you can make posts also. Now these are the posts actually Google promoted in different places. Yeah. So I have one company here uh, that's in Chennai. I would like to show you. Now here you just need to go into the posts and put these posts. Yeah. So you can create offer, create ad event. Whatever I do on LinkedIn, I do it here. And then what I do is I connect it back to my LinkedIn profile. You see over here, and then I get hell lot of traffic here. Now this is a wrong number. Google, this analytic is not right, so never go about this. They are still working on it, but it transfer hell lot of traffic to me and lot of visibility. So this is how you generate more leads on LinkedIn outside of LinkedIn. So other last place which I wanted to talk to you about is your email campaigns. So what you can do is you can use your LinkedIn in signature when you're doing your email campaigns, rather than not transferring them to anywhere else, using a random signature or putting in your website where they don't take any action. What you can do is you can actually use the LinkedIn signature over there and have them come to your LinkedIn profile and then get that, funnel started from there. So you can do that. That's another place. And the last place is which I would like to show you is your website is itself. Now this is both sales professionals and entrepreneurs can use it. But just to give you an idea, your website also, you can highlight your profile. Just give me a moment, it's slightly loading slowly. This is my actual website, just give me a moment. Yeah, so right, so just to give you an idea, you can have your LinkedIn profile mentioned on your website also. What will happen is, you would like to build more trust and to drive more traffic, like here. So this is LinkedIn tags that you can use and have it on your website. If you will search for the article how to get LinkedIn badge, it will guide you. But have it on your website so that people would like to view your LinkedIn profile, and from there the funnel can start. Okay, so that ends the section how you can get more profile views from different places. What I discussed is, one, from the search using the keywords, then from uh, Google using the company pages, then from Quora, then from email, and then from website. See, multiple places you can get a lot more profile views, and your sales funnel that you have implemented on LinkedIn will help you convert maximum of it. Now let's talk about a couple of other things which I haven't discussed right now. The second part is how to reach out to your first, second, and third connection through content, and convert them into inquiries. So far we have been focusing on getting more profile views, but now we're going to talk about how to use the content actually to drive more actions. Just like we did, we made a post and then we asked you to take specific actions as part of our sales funnel, and now we are here talking to each other, going through this webinar. So that's what you would like to do, and most of our connections that have come today, they are second and third degree connection. That's the most important part of it. So how to do that, and content plays very important role in that. Now when you start reaching out to people, there are two types of people that you can reach out to. One is someone, let's say new connections that you get. Now sometimes most of the people, how they are treating it, let's say I have got some new connections here, right, in my profile. Now when I these are the new connections I've got just now. Now most of the time what people will say is they will just accept it. Okay, some people what they will do is they will accept it, and then they will send a message also, hey, nice to connect with you, and here is my website if you would like to know about me. Most of the people would not take that trouble to go to your website and just to learn about you, right? There has to be a sales funnel kickstarting from here also. So when you accept someone's connection request, then you type a message saying, hey, it's great to know, good to have you in my network. By the way, I have this free course for you if you would like to take a look at it and grow your sales. If you're struggling with the sales and you would like to grow it, here is my free course, check it out. And from there, the funnel will start, and you would like them to take those specific actions. Okay, so that is how you handle the new connections. Now let's talk about, you already have a big network of 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, or 20, 30,000 people, how to tap into that. Now the thing that can help you in that is posting, regularly making posts on LinkedIn. All right, guys. So that is what's going to help you. Let's see, that is the last section of ours, and we're going to discuss it, how to do a post on Google so that you can reach your first, second, and third degree connections. You can have maximum visibility through that post, and then you can convert them into business inquiries slowly. All right, let's take a look at that. We have discussed the new connection. Let's go to the second part of it, is LinkedIn Helper. LinkedIn Helper can first do that, where you can reach out to your second and third degree connections. I have already mentioned it, and you can make connections, and then once they are connected to you, new connections, then you can start the funnel by offering them some free valuable content. Now let's talk about already which are connected to you. How do you do that? First of all, you have to make posts. Very, very important. Now, as I said, it's not just random post, it is very targeted post solving a particular challenge that is important to these people. Like LinkedIn lead generation is important to you. We figured that out. We use that as a post, and now we are here, we are talking to each other. Similarly, what is their top challenge? Sometimes you would have to do a lot of thinking about it, and list down what can be their challenges. That's what I used to do. Is it lead generation is a challenge, sales conversion is a challenge, or probably training new people, sales people is a challenge for my corporate clients, or sales productivity is a challenge, or having a control on the operation is a challenge. So I write all those things, and then I decide, okay, this can be the biggest challenge for them, and then I start creating content, writing post around it. So this will be an exercise for you. When you go back, just write down all the top challenges that you would like for your target audience will be facing, and you would like to solve it. Okay, and then start creating posts around it. Okay, now post, there is a rule to it. Again, it is there to kickstart a sales funnel. Like we said, webinar, you have to have something, course, video, or something should be there that you would like to offer to them and for which people would like to opt in. So here is one post, and recently I did, probably a month and a half back, I did, as a part of the experiment, I created an ebook on sales objections for salespeople, and probably 250 to 300 and people requested that. So it was that, those many email addresses I got. So what I'm saying is, unless you have something valuable to offer, post will not help you. But if you have something valuable to offer, then post will help you. But post alone not going to help you. There are a lot of things, the language that you use in the post, and how do you draft it, what are the things that you use in there, and how do you ask people to opt in. All this is very, very important. First of all, you should have something valuable to offer. Second part of it is, in this post that you're going to make, first you describe their top challenge, then you tell what kind of results you can drive, and then only people will be interested, because people wants to see what kind of results they can expect from it. Okay, so telling about your product and nice features, it's not going to work out. It's only the pain and the gain part of it. Now, if you would have noticed, I didn't use any hyperlink here. LinkedIn doesn't like it. Okay, that's very, very important, because to LinkedIn, if you put a hyperlink there of your website, let's say you will list your website over there, people will click on it, they go out of the LinkedIn. LinkedIn doesn't like it. LinkedIn want people to stay in LinkedIn. So that is why it will reduce your visibility of your post. Don't do that. Don't use any of those hyperlinks in there. Okay, now the second part of it, use text. Sometimes use text, sometimes use pictures, sometimes use videos also if you can create it. Now there is a beautiful tool called as canva.com. I last time I introduced to you guys. This will help you create uh, images and videos in the right specification as per LinkedIn. So if let's say you want to make a LinkedIn post, in fact it has many beautiful free templates also. Let's say you want to create a LinkedIn banner. If you want to create a LinkedIn post, I would suggest do a Instagram post. Instagram post is slightly, bigger in size, so it covers more area, so it gets lot more attraction. Okay, so like that, it will give you templates you can use, and in that you can add text, in that you can drop pictures, and then you can download this and you can upload it into LinkedIn into your post. As simple as that. So that's what you can do. Okay, remember that. Now the other thing is, if you would have noticed, I didn't even post any link in the comment section. Yeah, what I want you to do is, I want my audience to comment on the post. Why comment on the post? When you comment, basically that post is visible to your network also, which is my second degree and third degree network, right? So that is how I increase the visibility of my post to second and third degree connection, where I ask you to comment. The more the comments are, the more the visibility is, and the more people will take actions, the more people will visit on your web profile, and the more leads and tractions you can get. Look at it. just because of the comments that I asked, a profile getting around 10,000 views in just one day, just 22 hours, and I have 10,000 views over here. Yeah, that's very, very important. And approximately I have got like 90 people have already commented on it, and it's because of that reason. So unless you ask people to comment on it, it will not get that traction, it will not get that visibility. Now the next part of it is post twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening. Some people log in to LinkedIn in the morning, some log in the evening. So you want that post to be on the top of the stack. That's how it happens, right? One thing I would suggest is post at different times of the day. That's very, very important, just to experiment. Okay. So sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the evening. Like I figured out the post that I make around 7 o'clock or 7:30, they get the maximum visibility and maximum comments. And this I learned. I tried early morning, I tried afternoon, I tried evening, and then I tried night also, and then only I learned. So it comes with the experiment. There is no sure short formula for this. You have to try it. Okay. Now one thing um, is there when you're making a post, ask questions to people and make them comment. That's very, very important. We discussed it already, and that is what I in my post also I said. Please comment on it. If you would like to join, please comment yes. So some way that comment has to come. Okay. Now one thing, other thing you can do is now LinkedIn algorithm, how it works is it takes into account the number of views, number of comments your post has got in the first 1 hour. That first 1 hour is very, very crucial. Now if LinkedIn sees that okay, they are getting maximum traction, more comments are coming in, more people are enjoying this post, so it will promote, because LinkedIn eventually wants to take beautiful content, insightful content to maximum people. That's how it can retain more people into its network, right? That's how the network grows. So what it wants to do is it wants to promote good content. So what you need to do is probably how I used to do it. It's just a tip. I made a group of 10 people in a WhatsApp group, and these are my friends. Initially, when I started LinkedIn, and whenever I make a post, I will post that in the WhatsApp group, and I ask them to comment on it. Now they hated me for this, but every time they had to do it. But what happened is 10 comments. It's like okay, this post is getting a good traction. I will get more visibility. All right. So first 1 hour is very, very crucial. Now the same post, not only that on your profile, it has to go into the 5 relevant groups also. Why I said use the number 5? Because more than that you cannot manage. It's difficult. Every time, let's say every 2 days you're making a post, every time going into 15 groups and posting it over there, it doesn't work like that. So identified 5 groups, go into here, search criteria, type in your keywords, go to the group section, see those groups, see the members, how many members are in there. The more the members, the more it is better for you to get visibility. Once you are there, just read the rules of the group once and don't spam there, and then start posting it in there. Okay. And then you'll get more visibility. So that's how you do it. Keep it 5. I always stick to the number 5 groups. Okay. Now the other thing what you need to do is follow the 5 influencers in your industry. Now when I say influencers, it's not the influencers that you think you should follow. It is those influencers that your customers are following. You're getting my point? Now there will be like if I have to say, I am into sales, Grant Cardone is the influencer that most of the sales people follow. Neil Patel is there, Gary Vee is there, a lot of influencers are there that a lot of my type of entrepreneurs and sales professionals follow. So I also follow them. Whenever they make a post, I also comment on it. So my comment get a lot of visibility over there, and a lot of people come back and visit my profile. Okay. So that's very, very important. Follow 5 professionals, influencers that are followed by your target audience, and anytime they make a post, comment on it. Now when you are commenting on it, it is very important to know that this is the only part that would be visible in the comment along with your name. Okay. So that's why I have added authoritative selling expert in my name, and this is the part that would be visible when I will make a comment. So make sure this is the part that is very attractive and has the right message, and it should tell what is the problem you're solving and what is the result you can drive. Again, pain and gain should come here. Look at it. I have clearly mentioned learn strategies to win 70% B2B sales in one contact. That is the result I promise. That is the result my customers have got, and that's what I have mentioned here. Now, whenever I go and comment on any influencers, for example, I can show you. Let us say I want to comment on this particular post here. Now, I don't know what the content is, so bear with me. I'm just going with a very random content comment on it. But you see here, anybody seeing it, what are the things they're going to see? Authoritative selling expert and strategies to crack B2B sales. Right? So follow 5 influencers, and it will take not more than 2 minutes or 5 minutes to comment on 5 of them, but then it will transfer a lot of traffic to you. That's very, very important. Okay. All right. Now the next part of it is follow all the leads that you come across offline, over the phone, emails, websites, or anything like that. Get connected with them on LinkedIn. Make sure it is a practice for you. Like religiously, you need to do it. Follow them over there. It gives multiple benefits. If they are not reachable over phone, you can ping them in LinkedIn. You can send them a message. Now, what happens is when you're getting connected to a customer over here or a lead over here, again, it gives you access to their second and third degree connections, right? So you want that to happen. And whenever customer posts, like it, comment on it. Customer will see it, and that customer network will also see it. Then more visibility for you. So you have to do these small things also. That is why I said in the beginning that I like to do a big hard task only one time, and then small task I live on that gives me a lot of traffic, a lot of visibility, and a lot of conversions. All right. So anytime a customer makes a post, like it, comment on it, and do that. With that idea in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to an end. I have taken 15 minutes extra, but sorry about that. But I hope I made it useful for you. There were some good takeaways for you that you can implement it. There will be recording to this webinar, and we will share it just in case you want to go over it again, because a lot of things we have covered. If you have any questions, you can ask it right now. Okay, I'm done with that. So I'm totally exhausted on this part with the content. Next webinar, we're going to do it on analytics, because Prerna, I remember the name Prerna, asked me how to decode that LinkedIn analytics to make sure we are heading in the right direction. We are targeting the right people. We are getting the right message passed across. We have some good conversions coming out of it. So probably if you can request in the WhatsApp group, if you'd like a webinar on that, you can request Gaurav, and Gaurav, probably you can organize and do it for them. So that's it from my side. Thank you very much. It was wonderful having you all here. And any questions, ask now. And if you like it, just put a word across that you liked it or not, so we know we are doing a good job or not. Thank you very much. Over to you, Gaurav.
Hey Amit, thanks a lot. That was superb and really liked it. Though I'm using LinkedIn extensively, but then I really had a couple of take-home points from here, and I'm going to implement it right away. So guys, anyone who has any questions, any doubts, please you can share it here in the chat, and we would love to answer to them. Amit is here, and in case when you're going back and when you're trying to use this and you're trying to do the stuff around, and in case if you have any queries at that time, you can always ping us on WhatsApp as well. Any
Hi,
questions, guys? Hey,
hi Gaurav. This is Rohit Lal. Thanks for
hey,
the
Rohit.
session, Amit and Gaurav. I have a
Sure.
question. When Amit was talking about it, that we need to upgrade our introduction part in the LinkedIn. So just want to check: is it advisable to you know keep adding at a regular interval the keywords into, like Amit has given 5 keywords there in his introduction, right? Is it advisable, or what is could be the frequency of revisiting and updating the keywords into your introduction section? so that it reaches the maximum and people keep coming back to you or look for you?
Okay. Well, you know, LinkedIn has no restrictions on it. You can update your profile n number of times. Like I'll be making a change every day to my profile, and it continues. There is no restrictions on that. Okay, you need to keep experimenting with it, and like I mentioned, analytics will help you. So when you're making a change, and let's say you need to go back and appear, whether you are appearing on search appearances, whether it is increasing or not, that is one this thing. And then you can see whether right people are coming to your profile or not. That's another indicator. And whether they're taking the right action or not, that's another indicator. But LinkedIn doesn't restrict anything. You can update it n number of times. What works, keep it. What doesn't work, drop it.
Uh,
uh, yeah.
Hi, Amit. I'm Mahesh here from Hyderabad. This is a very informative and probably I didn't even know that so many options and so many cross connections can be done with LinkedIn. And thank you so much for organizing this webinar. And thanks, Gaurav, for co-hosting and heading. And I have one specific thing like which I missed when you were doing it is totally content intensive. So I definitely missed out why what this medium.com how it is helpful for us actually.
Medium.com.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you can do is basically Medium is it's a content aggregator. Basically you can go there and put a blog post. Okay, and it will transfer a lot of visibility to it, just like your inc.com, inc42, entrepreneur.com. All these are like content aggregators, right? It's medium.com is also like that. I hope you're telling me right, it's medium.com. So I used to post blogging articles over there when I used to write blogs. Now I'm doing videos, but I used to regularly post it over there, and it used to transfer like good amount of traffic to my website. So you can get that traffic to your website, or you can use LinkedIn and get that traffic to your LinkedIn. But it is more of a blogging content aggregator. Okay.
So how is it different than your blog post or blog I mean blogs?
You mean blogging onto your website and blogging here?
Yeah, blogging on our website, not blogging on web, blogspot and things like that are right.
No, no, this is more popular. So it has millions of subscribers.
Is it
That's the
similar? The traction will be similar to your Quora, like
traction will be similar to what?
Quora.
Uh, okay. Now that depends upon multiple things, but I believe Quora has more traffic to offer than Medium now. So it is better to write on Quora than here. If you will go into Google search, there will be few Medium article you will see. If you have to write, I would say write it on HubSpot. HubSpot has much more visibility. They rank like on for every first page of the Google for every kind of keyword you can think of. And then Quora. These are the ones that are frequently ranked on number one page. On Medium, the problem is you have to be writing pretty good article if it has to get more visibility and rank higher. You getting my point?
Yeah. All right.
So I would suggest instead of Medium, you go after Quora. You go after if would like to change it to HubSpot. HubSpot is pretty good one.
Possibly, I can choose industry specific. My customer industry is, uh, blogging websites and things like that may be more relevant, right?
Yeah, you have to do that, right? Those categories has to come there. Did that
Fine.
answer
Thank
your
you so much.
question?
And one more thing that you can do is if you're choosing industry blogging, then you can always write as a guest blogger. You can contact the blog admin guys and the owners, and you can be a guest blogger and write articles over there, and also create backlinks to your website or LinkedIn profile. That is a great way to generate leads again.
I'm
Uh,
not sure if you're there, Mahesh, but what we can do is, if you need those websites, connect with me offline. You'll have my contact details, and I can guide you on that. Okay?
that would be really great of you.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah, I will do that. If you have LinkedIn specific question right now,
you.
where our audience can also get benefit from it, please let me know. Otherwise, we can connect offline, and I'll help you there. Okay?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Anybody else has any questions, ladies and gentlemen? All right. So in that case, okay. Jay has one. If you are in software sales, service sales, how to target the CIOs, CEOs to give response? Because if we send them pain point questions, they would ignore. Okay. Uh, Let me understand the situation here. So if you're in a software service sales, how to target the CEO, CIOs to give response? Because if we send them pain point questions, they would ignore. I need some more information, Jay. If you're still there with us, if you could come online and tell us what is the situation here. When you're sending questions, I mean, are you sending it to first level connections or making post? Can you just clarify that?
Hi Amit, I'm Jay here.
Hi, Jay.
Hi,
Yeah.
thanks. Thanks, Mr. Gaurav also. And the thing is, we would be targeting the CIO or CEOs, no? So there, we give them a valid question, because as I am into the Oracle service sale,
Mm-hmm.
so where we'll be talking about is your database running slow, or are your reports running or not running faster,
Mm-hmm.
or is the response time very slow for the reports which you're expecting? So
Mm-hmm.
these kind of questionnaires are there. So
Mm-hmm.
those kind of things I'll be gambling around. So like on permutation combination basis, on a trial basis to see which will give result.
Mm-hmm.
But believe me, almost 98 to 99% time we don't get response at all. Hardly 0.5 to 1% we get the response in that space.
Okay, let me understand. So the response when you say, is it the is it the response to the message that you sent to your first degree connections?
Yeah, perfect. First degree
Okay.
connections only.
So basically, when you send connections, asking questions, they don't respond, right?
No.
Yeah. So see, that is what it is. LinkedIn, this people see it differently. If you're doing a phone conversation and you're asking questions, people would like to respond. But when you're on LinkedIn, the perception is totally different. You cannot just ask a question. What you can do is you can ask a question saying, are you facing trouble with your DB or Oracle DB? Is it down? If it is down, then we have this solution. Please check out this video that tells you how to solve that problem. And then you
Oh,
can build the funnel and take them to the website or wherever you like. Okay.
okay.
So partly only talking about the problem nobody will like, but it
Uh,
has to be a problem, and then you give the solution, hint of a solution that this is how we are doing it. If you would like to see, you just reach out to our website or fill this form or connect with me here on WhatsApp, whatever action as part of the sales funnel you want to take. That's how you convert those first degree connections into uh, inquiries and responses.
oh,
Okay.
great. Got it. I'll try this out. And Amitji, is there any way
Hey
that
Amit, this is
we'll
Rohit again.
know?
Okay,
I
I'm
just
getting
want to
two
check.
voices at
I
the same
work in
time.
a financials investment consulting, as I mentioned earlier. Now, if you want to update kind of a questionnaire,
We lost you there, Rohit. Is it Rohit?
Yeah, Amit, am I audible?
You are audible, very loud and clear.
Oh, thanks. Amit, let me congratulate you. First of all, a fantastic and very informative session.
Thank you.
More than that, a young man, of your age who looks so young and bright and doing, so sensitive stuff and so seriously. And don't take it otherwise, you could write a PhD also. All right.
Thank you so much. I'm happy that
So
you liked it.
I'm Dr. Arun Gupta. I'm the Chief Executive of ACG Infotech Limited, operating from Delhi, Noida, and Pune.
Right, that's great.
All right, we are an ERP company, and the only thing that I wish to really, there are two things that I have in my mind. First of all, all these things which you are using as a marketing tool,
Mhm.
why don't you advise some people to, all these are foreign made tools. There is nothing that I can see anything is made by India, or maybe very few of them.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have so much knowledge and so much exposure, it is for you that I would like to advise that you can make something to compete with these people.
That's a very good suggestion. Is it Mr.
I'm
Rohit?
pretty old in the line, in the industry for 37 years,
Mm-hmm.
1983, and I'm watching a lot of entrepreneurs doing a lot of stuff. But then again, we seem to be a sort of service provider only. We are not a product owners or product developers.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my friends are working as chiefs in various organizations that graduated with me in 1983.
Mm-hmm.
All seem to be in great position in great companies, but nobody seems to be owning the great companies.
Right.
Either. So I really feel don't take it very seriously. Sometime in your life, come up something of your own so that we can claim that an Indian made it. Okay.
Sure.
Mabuba,
So
sir.
that's a
And
very
I
good
have,
suggestion.
yeah, I have posted my
There is
email
also-
ID also, and my. Can you read my question?
Let me see. As an individual, can't use Google.
No, it's not that. Dr. Arun Gupta.
Dr. Arun Gupta. If you can just say it here.
Yeah, I need that you should recommend people, the people, those who you have trained.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to meet some of them in Delhi or NCR if they are available.
Okay.
You can share their resume, their contact details with me. I'm with an IT company, and I would definitely look. I'm not as young as you are, but I cannot really put so much efforts in marketing of my company.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have somebody you trained best way, and you feel let me also try the taste of your training.
Sure, I would be happy to do that.
This is something you may have your byproduct. Not only selling your training, but you can also sell your trained professionals also.
Absolutely. No, definitely. Please share your contact details. We'll be happy.
I have already shared my email ID with you.
Okay.
To akg@acgil.com.
Sure.
So in this chat message only.
This chat won't last, but what you can do is in the WhatsApp group you can mention it,
I'll
and
do that.
we'll take it from there.
I'll do that.
Thank you.
And Gaurav, I am sure you to make a great team, and I really wish you best of luck.
Thank you. Thank
Sure,
you so
sir.
much.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Thank you. Bye.
All right, guys. Anyone else with any questions?
Amit, this is Rohit. I guess there was some intermittent connection issue.
Okay.
So my question is, since I work into financial investment consulting,
Mm-hmm.
and I keep posting regularly either on Facebook or the LinkedIn and the Instagram. Now, if I want to incorporate kind of a tool like an Excel file or something which can be automated, right? That person wants to
I think last
do a
webinar
self-assessment.
also. Yeah. Let's. You need a tool which can help you post on multiple platforms at once, right?
Right. No, it's a questionnaire that a person would take, kind of a financial health checkup. That's what I call it.
Uh-huh.
If a person takes it, he or she would understand where they stand currently and whether they need an investment advice or planning to do that. Right. So if they could, punch in some information, which I would post, and that triggers to me that they are interested or they would like to avail the services, so that I can reach out to them. Is there a
Sure.
possibility that can be done in the LinkedIn itself?
Not in LinkedIn. You cannot create a form.
Mhm,
But as Gaurav is best to suggest this, you can do it on Google Forms. Pretty good. This thing, you can
Okay.
create that form and you can use it as an offer. Okay.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
create the funnel on LinkedIn. So you can
Correct.
mention that if you would like to know that whether you are losing money or you're gaining money, whatever as per your profession, then take a self-assessment here. That can become your sales funnel. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And then they can take that form, fill it, and then they can know the health, and you can collect their details, and then you can probably market your service there.
Yeah, because I use the automated investment solutions part, which is
Mhm,
not based on human emotions, but since it is an automated tool, right?
mhm.
It works on the database and the judgments that the system takes. So
Okay.
it is completely user friendly and impacts people in a better way, helps them save and make better returns, get them better returns in that. Yeah. So I will definitely look into Google Forms
Yeah.
and the things that you've suggested. I will try and incorporate it within a day or two, and I will come back to you with the updates.
Sure. Sure. Great.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. All right, guys. Anyone else with any questions? All right. I think
Yeah.
that's it. Gaurav, anything from your side?
I think I'm good, Amit. That's been a fantastic session, and I think the energy is as high as always. So let's do one thing. We can sign off from here. In case if any more queries, guys, you can please WhatsApp us. We are always there answering to your queries, and we will be sharing the link to the recorded webinar on the WhatsApp group, and the forthcoming webinar will be announced again in the WhatsApp as well. So thank you so much, guys. Thanks a lot. I hope you liked it. I would really, encourage you to go out and immediately start working out on the steps that and the tips that Amit has shared today here on this webinar. And go and try it out. In case if you face any problems or have any queries, you're always here.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Have a
All right.
great
Thanks.
day ahead.
Thanks,
Enjoy
everyone.
your evening. Bye bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Bye
Take
bye.
care.